Good evening. 10 o'clock on a Thursday evening. I hope everybody's had a great week. What do I want to show you first? Well, other than this, this is artwork from John Loren. Wow, look at this. You know what I love about the work is not just the color, the complexity, the texture. You just jump into this image and just gobble it up. The shading. But the thing I love so much about his work is no black outline. Man, all of my stuff has black outlines on clouds, on trees. Look what you can do without black outlines. So I hope I can one day start doing this kind of work. This is johnloren.com basically. Check it out. Check him out on Instagram. Just stunning artist. Anyway, enough of that. He has created this image. He created it a while ago. Sorry for the noise outside. There's a freeway over. Apparently, I live by a freeway. John Loren has created this great, delicious piece of artwork. And I have voluntarily decided to recreate it in Blender. And I've created that. So last week I basically blocked it out. And throughout the week when you were away, I fleshed it out and pretty much got it where I wanted it to be for tonight. Close. You see I still have the horse's head needs to turn. The angle is really bizarre. The tail needs some extra work. The hands are a problem. I can tell you that the hands are a problem. Like, I'm still trying to figure out what these things are. Anyway. And then once that's done, applying color, lighting, texture, if possible. I was monkeying around with it and really getting nowhere because look at this. How are you supposed to recreate this? Texture. I don't think I can. So, but it is my job to try, so let's jump right into it. What am I looking at? Why? Here we go. Okay. And go to my matte cap. Wow, I'm ill prepared. And turn that down. So there he is. And tonight, basically, I want to work on this horse's head. Get this turned properly. Let's do this. As you can see, you can see both eyes, so he's not a 45-degree angle, but he's probably 15-25% angle. And so that'll have to turn, but it seems like this part doesn't turn. Only this part turns. So I've tried it before. It's just very complicated. So let's just dive right into it. And let me also say hey to Radiant Rain, not my art, but my sculpt. I probably could just tell you that. Anyway, back to it. So again, let's monkey around with this horse's head. I know it's on this layer. I'll hide these bad boys. The pumpkin head was actually not so easy to do. I basically did it in starting with just a single plane and just did it in pieces. These are all single pieces. More or less. I started with a sphere and it just wasn't working out properly. So, and I started this one out too. I used the Boolean modifier and tried to monkey around with it, but I just was not getting anything close to what I wanted. So just starting with a plane pretty much, creating the shape, you know, tracing it with a plane and going from there. Now, before I release this mirror modifier, which I do have on here, I should probably, because once I turn that head, I can't have the mirror modifier anymore, so I should probably tidy up a few things first. Let's extrude this in, extrude in one more, and scale it up. And, oh, what a mess. I probably should have done this. I need a drink. Put a hot tea, a cuppa, get my evening going. Happy Thursday night, everybody. I hope it's really been an awesome week for everybody so far. I'm extruding in, and I'll extrude in one more just to be safe. I have a small problem over here. Extrude, extrude. And yank that up. Now, just be patient with me here for a second. Okay, that and that. Okay, there we go. Just create some dimension to that instead of like this bottom half is just a don't people know I'm live streaming right now? Oh no, that's a problem. Let's quickly 1, 2, 3. Quickly join these. Alt-M, center, Alt-M, center, Alt-M, center. Yeah, I want to blast through this and hopefully get this horse head done before the... Why does this keep happening? Before the night is over. Let's just take those. Front view. Can't do that. Take out, nope. Take out that and that. Front view. And extrude in on the y-axis, yeah. And extrude one more on the y-axis, just a smidge. Awesome. Now we'll climb in here and extrude, extrude, scale those and connect these. Okay. Good. Now, finally. This last bit. Extrude, extrude. Face, face, connect those, and finally, are we there yet? Extrude, extrude, face, face to join that, and face, face joins that. Now, that's done. Let me finally extrude that eye and one more, just to create, okay, I am connected, so I can apply this mirror, I hope. Apply mirror. And now, as I say, I want to hide, hide. And try to turn this head without too much controversy. Selecting that bit. This gets a little difficult to see sometimes, but with my proportional editing tool on, let me just start to turn this head and line it up. I can already see that back eye, look, it's so much bigger, so I'll have to shrink it down. But as long as I can line them up pretty close, I'll be alright. But the other problem is, of course, look, if I try to turn the whole thing, so annoying. Here, let's say Shift S, cursor to selected, and rotate around the 3D cursor. Now, select everything. Now, the whole thing turns. See what happens. I may have to just try this. Let's try rotate on the Z axis. Nope. Well, let's try like this, and I guess I have my, you know what? There's something called shape keys, and let's put a basis in here and put another key in here. And now, watch. Now we can have all sorts of fun with it. And you know, you can do anything you want to the mesh, and then you say, oh my gosh, I screwed up. You actually didn't, because it's all just a shape key. So it's a great way of monkeying around with your mesh without, you know, actually destroying the original. And speaking of that, I'm going to shift duplicate this and hide one right there, just in case. Oh, did I have the wrong one? Yep. Okay, let's go here. That's my original. Okay, so delete that shape key, add a new one. Okay. Now, let's see if we can match things up. So I'm pretty good on this edge, pretty good here. I'll have to work that back eye here, and then obviously I'm way off over here. So off, in fact, that, yeah, it's so off. So I think I'll just select a bit. This button is C. Use your mouse wheel to open it, close it. Select some vertices. But if you don't like what you selected, hit the middle mouse button to erase stuff. Okay. This is weird. I'm still rotating around that cursor, which I don't want. You're seeing through nostrils, you won't see that. Obviously we don't see that in the image. And it is really distracting. But that's basically what that horse head is doing. The problem, obviously, we have to have problems. It looks fine in front perspective, but when I go to swivel, it looks terrible. From that to that. So I've got to figure out how to There may be no way. I may just have to pull this eye. There may be no way. Pardon me. Let's add another shape key. Pardon me. God, the T. Must be the T. Let's try something else here. Because this side is almost perfect. This beak part. See? It's just about perfect. It just slopes back this way. It's so strange. And you know what? I think I'm going to delete those. This is just a copy. I have another copy there. Good. So I think I'm going to select that V to split that. So now I've got two completely separate pieces. And the reason for doing such a thing is now I can just work with this part. Who knows? He may have a crooked beak. It is a pumpkin. A lot of pumpkins are. I just hate that. That's so stupid. Oh, why? That's the problem. You can't recreate something in 3D. Not everything in 2D can be recreated, can it? It's awfully close, but front view. And the other thing is, this eye back here is so much smaller. Let's see, I can match it up here. It's super small. Which doesn't help. Hey, we all can't be beautiful, can we? We all have our own little problems. Let's try something else. I bet if I bring this forward, I was noticing earlier that when you're looking at your 2D image, you're either, you know, if you're going to be off if you start moving things this way or up and down, right? But if you move it this way on the y-axis toward the camera, so let's try this and grab y. Grab X. No. Well, I am moving it. I just don't know which way I'm moving it. Oh, the wrong way, obviously. Let's move it that way a little bit. Just trying to straighten this out. It's alright if it's a little bit. It is a pumpkin. I mean, it's a squash. There are a lot of weird looking squashes walking around. That's not bad. I mean, I can play with that. But I bet I can move it even more. Just a little bit more. That's better, but will it float? Will it float? Yeah, I think it will. And in fact, I bet I could even move these a bit more like this. And he's just got the slightest bend. Slightest bend in his beak. Still maintaining the outline, which I want. Good. How about this back eye? Pretty much lines up. That's good. Where are my matte capped? Yeah, I'm on. Right, I think I can work with that. And the key is when you no, of course, Alt H. Where's my original? There, let's move that here. Oh god, now my reins are off. That's off. But I like it better, so when I rotate it, when I do my 360 with my camera, it won't look so bizarre because that head still makes sense. I'm alright with a little bit of curve there. So I think I'll go with that. A lot of things don't line up. That's a center line here. How about, oh, you know what? This can turn back. Probably in this one, turn back. And actually that was the same line. There was no gap. I think I need the gap now. So selected. What's my image look like? Yeah, that was a good split right there. Because that's an important point here. So let's pull these back up and select this one, and what is it? W? Control W? Nope. W. Bridge edge loops. Fills in those gaps for you. That's nice. And just shimmy that right over. Okay, it's not perfect, but I have maintained the integrity of my shape. Move this. Nostril back into place here, which is there, about. And when I do these things, I like them to be exact replicas of the original art. It's just fun for the artist when they see that you've taken a piece of their artwork and perfectly recreated it. This is the third one of these I've done. For John Loren, this is the first one. And I think that eye matches up pretty well too. Sometimes it gets complicated. You don't even know what you're looking at anymore. The key to doing this, I've discovered, is always looking at, well, for me, looking at the mesh from the camera view and not just from your straight view or your, your profile. The best way to match it up is straight from your camera view. It's a different dimension, obviously, when you're looking through the camera, but when you switch out to move around, it gets a little wonky, but that's a good thing to keep in mind. And some of this stuff I have to completely invent, like the backside. It's mirrored, but there's no information on what's going on these characters' backside. You assume it's the same as going on the front. But sometimes it's dangerous to make wild assumptions, isn't it? I've shown John my progress, and he seemed pretty jazzed about it, which is awesome. That looks terrible. Well, the thing to do is pull it back this way. And you'll see it stays, because it's moving away from the camera, it basically stays, it keeps its shape compared to the 2D image, but it basically corrects the problem when you look at from a different angle. Okay, there's a bit of work to do. But that's about right. So create some grooves here. We got to groove. I don't know what that is. I've used my shift button so much that it sticks now, so that's not good. Oh yeah, these are way off. Look at that. All right, one at a time. First things last. Get that moved. And it's hard to see this. That's about right. Now look, it does something weird right here. I don't have that built in. That's too bad. I don't have that either. This thing is really messed up. No! The other problem is I'm looking right through that horse, right through that horse's head, and getting distracted. So let's stop that from happening. Extrude, extrude, and just close that off. Yeah, that's it. Same thing here, unfortunately. I'm so distracted by what's going on behind it. Oh well. Alright, I'm bored with this. What can I do? How about these reins? Yeah. Oh no. There we go. Oh, what a mess. Alright, skip that. That's no fun. How about these things? Okay, something like this, something like that. That's pretty good. I still have not figured out what's going on with his hands up here. I'm actually more confused than ever. This rein comes up, it looks like it wraps around the back of his hand, goes in through his palm, so it's between his palm and his finger. What this is, I have no idea what that is. Could be his finger, but The angle of that is so strange that it seems like it's a buckle, right? You can kind of see these things, but then why would a buckle be there? I don't know. I got what these white things were, which is the puffs on his sleeves. Yeah, just give him little puffs. So I started working on this hand. It's a work in progress. As I try to figure out, I may just have to ask John, what is this? Like, 'cause that's something. Anyway. Now, these reins, I know since I moved them, are going to be hitting the horse body, yes. Only one horse head there. So pull that off of that. Kind of a natural group, something consistent with the image, but also natural. And that is not natural right there. So let's see. So basically just drop straight down and then start this curve and then fold in. Okay. Good. Oh wow, time is really flying. Let's check in with what's he working on down here? Well, I have no idea. I'll come back to that in about 15 minutes. Let's see. I want to show what I did with these nodes as well, because I prefer Blender render to cycles. I just don't understand cycles. But in materials, look, what, Shift B to select just a portion in camera mode. Shift B, select just a portion, and then render, it only renders that aspect. But look, I got this glowing effect by using what my node editor node tree. It's basically a fog glow. I've never monkeyed around with this, so just hit this little button here. Use shader nodes to render the material. I guess I knew you could do that, but I've never done it. So you see that on all of these, which is pretty cool. But looking at the image, you see there's like highlight on the moon. There's like light reflecting off of this gourd. So I'm definitely looking forward to trying some fog glow on that and see what I can get. If you can do just a section, I wonder if you can. Let's do like this. Now, I know I can use note. Oh, what happened? Uh-oh. Okay, did I break it? Surface wire volume halo. Okay, it was already a material. So, surface. Oh, well, I think what that means is you don't create your material here anymore, do you? I think it means you have to create let's try an orange. Nope. That's weird. How do I... No, now you know why I never use this thing. Is that it? No? Oh well, forget it. Where's my pumpkin? Oh, look what's happening here. I wonder why it's doing that. Shift B. Let's just select that and see what happens. That's pretty cool. I don't know how I got that. Turn on the camera. Try that again. That's weird. I have no idea. I wonder if it's because of the fog glow. What, you can only have one node group per... That's probably it. Yep. That's dumb. I don't get it. Oh well. I was going to show you something cool. Alright, I'm pretty jazzed by this. Although I think that back eye... Yeah, look at this. That needs to pull back like such. That's it. Yeah, I was really hoping to start texturing this tonight. Trying to figure out how to paint, actually just how to naturally light it. But look at these textures. I tried painting this in Blender just by sampling these colors from the original, and it just was looking like garbage. I mean, I know it's user error, so I got to figure that out, how to get this kind of shine on this hat. And probably a particle system on his mane and on his tail. Maybe. I actually tried that. It didn't work. I recorded a lot of stuff for the creation of this, and it's all on my computer. So I'll put it together. But cool, I accomplished what I wanted to accomplish, which was turning that pumpkin head, horse's head, without it looking too stupid from the front. Uh-oh, got a problem here. What happened? Let's just throw that bad boy right in there. Something like that. Except not quite. Can't have it in the pumpkin. Oh, I'm so ready for pumpkin food. And Thanksgiving and Halloween is like 2 weeks away. And winter. Isn't that nice? This is the stuff you have no guide for. It's all back side of the character. There are no instructions for it. And logically, the elbow here is shorter than this elbow, so logically the shoulder would be probably right about here, which is what I should be doing. Also, he's got a slight twist in his body. Yeah, something like that, I think. As long as I don't lose the original. Yeah. Oh, goody. This moon was kind of tricky, too. It kind of looks like it's twisting here and maybe here, so I've tried to create that with a bit of a twist, and because I'm going to do a 360 around it, it looks like total garbage right now. I hate it. Let's try to clean that up. Well, you can get the, that's, I'm not gonna mess with it right now. From the front it looks good. That's nice. But yeah, basically I got that horse's head situated. Here, let's put a dash of color on that leaf. My color picker, there we go. No specular. And what? Yeah, just like that. Not that it matters. I work in MatCat most of the time. So let me just tweak this one more time here real quickly. I actually want to get that groove in before I turn in for the night, or turn you guys away. Let's have a closer look at that. Deep groove, so it's this piece to that piece. I may actually have to separate Well, when you put it in the proper angle, it becomes something completely different. So I'm going to cut these pieces here, I think. Yeah, so V just rips it. Pull those back a smidge. And then we'll assume it reconnects about somewhere around here. Face, 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 face the music, dog. Face the music. let's do one of these, pull that down. Stray. What happened? X dissolve vertice. What is happening here? Alt M center. There we go. Yeah, but actually, yeah, that's a corner, and just pull that in. And yeah, that should be a cut from there to there. And again from there to there. Good. Eh. There's like a dent here. A Harvey dent right here. I think I'll take out this face. I think I'll join those and then cut. And maybe just connect these here. Another cut and a cut. Can't even see it. Nope, not even close. How about this way? Nope, still not right. That there. Pull these back. That's it. And I'll just do one more, this kind of a groove here, and then I'm gonna call it a night. How messed up this. That's weird. I wonder if right there, and then the harness comes into play. Actually, it looks like there's another groove here, which I may have to create, and maybe a groove here. All right, cut these. Where are we at here? It looks like a pretty steep drop off, so we'll pull it back, pull it inside, pull it in, and this would be, where are we? Bit of a crease here, I think, maybe. I don't like that curl. Okay, what is this color? This color, I would never think to put this color here and here. Never in a million years. And it's funny too, because you don't even notice it unless I point it out. And as soon as I can move that, thing, you can have a closer look. Look at that, is almost a solid splotch of that color, just kind of this horse color. It's this backlight color. All right, I'm gonna stop right there. And probably the next time you see me, I will have completed this thing and moved on to my next project. I hope within a week I can finish this. So thanks for joining. Have a great rest of the night.